we are going to talk about using the simulator on your own in your dorm or your apartment or home. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring up a terminal. A couple things to make sure. Assuming you are using the school's Wi-Fi, you need to make sure you are on NAT, and your NAT needs to have that port forwarding setting that we talked about earlier in the video. Settings, network, NAT, and port forwarding. We need 9090 port forwarded. So make sure you have that set up. If you are on a wired connection, you can use a bridge adapter. Another thing too is we're going to disable the master server. By commenting out this line. Now I had to restart my VM when I commented out this line. I did the ROS2 daemon stop, comment out the line, restart a terminal, start up a daemon. It did not work, so I had to restart the VM. But we're not going to be using, when you're not working alone, we're not going to be using the DDS server or fast DDS server. Now you have another option here. You could leave this uncommented and change this file if you want. You don't have to do it this way. Change this IP address to 127.0.0.1. That's your home address. And then run the master server on this. You can change it here, not here. Run the master server on your VM. And you do that by doing this. Fast DDS discovery -I0. And so if you were doing that, you could then run it without commenting out that line, without restarting your VM. It's awkward both ways. You just have to make sure you change this back when you go back to the classroom. So those are two different options you have. All right. Assuming that you have this set up one way or the other, again, I'm going to use the version where I just comment this out. I had to restart my VM. The first thing we're going to do, and you're going to want to make a launch file for this pretty quickly, as you'll see. But we want to use ROS bridge. So it's ROS2 run or launch. Let's see, ROS bridge server. And ROS bridge WebSocket.launch. This will launch the ROS bridge, which will listen at port 9090, which is what the simulator will listen for. So we hit enter, give it a couple seconds, and this is the message we're looking for. We're looking for this message right here. So bring this over here. This is the simulator I'll have uploaded. You see 127.0.0.1. That's fine if you're using the NAT. If you are using a bridge connector, make sure you use the IP address that was assigned to this VM. 9090, and hit connect to, and voila, the server's up. Now there are a couple other things. Now when you're in class, I will do this part for you, but when you're working alone, you'll have to do this. You need to do ROS2 run unity_sim, unity_sim, and then we're going to run not the service, but we're going to run spawn topic. This should say ready to spawn robots. Control-Shift-T. Now we need to do ROS2 topic list. You'll see that there's a topic called Unity Spawn. Here is where we're going to actually publish to the command line. So ROS2 topic pub Unity Spawn, and then it should autocomplete to string or give a string option here. S standard, there we go. String. If I hit tab again, it'll give me the kind of a payload message for it. Or should, I guess the data, do it that way. And this is actually not as, you don't need all this quite like this. We do data, and we'll do it this way. This is actually JSON. There needs to be a space here. And here you put your initials, single quote, double quote, like that. Let me see if get that to work. All right. And it'll publish a couple times. And then you'll see here, down here, you'll see that I've spawned a robot in. Again, I will be doing this in class, but you will have this, you will have to do this on your own. So now you see the robot has been spawned in. Now, if I do a ROS2 topic list, you'll see that all my robot specific stuff is prefixed with my name. So this is where you need to watch the launch file video and make sure you can set up a launch file that takes in a namespace like I do in the video, because all of your robots are going to have a prefix of your name in front of it. Now right now I have bat left, bat right. For this particular robot, this is a touch sensor, left and right. Now the other thing too about this, in order to move the robot, I need to hit space on the simulator. When I hit space, or have the simulator in context, hit the space bar. Now if I do ROS2 topic list again, you'll see I now have my command velocity. So once again, it's prefixed with my name, and if I publish the command velocity or bat command velocity, my robot in the simulator will move. So that's how you use the simulator on your own. Again, the spawning the robots and the ROS bridge I will set up in class when we're doing the competitions. Thank you. Have a nice day.